Last week I made a gluten-free bread that has no eggs, no milk products, let's see, no yeast, and no gluten. So that one turned out okay, but I really thought that it needed a little extra something. It was good, but it was so crumbly. So we are going to, this week, take the same recipe as last week and just adjust it a little bit and make bread out of that. We'll see how that turns out. We are making gluten-free bread again, only this time we're trying a little bit of a different recipe. Instead of water, I got carbonated water. This is club soda, and we're going to try that in place of water. We are going to use regular bowls and a hand mixer. You know, I just realized it's like late at night, so all of my neighbors are home. Probably think I've like lost my mind up here. It's okay, I totally have. The first thing we're going to do this time is mix the flour in first. First thing we're doing, 3 cups of flour. I made this last week, but it came out really crumbly. And it stuck to the bread pan, so I went and got a silicone bread pan, so hopefully it won't stick. So, 3 cups of flour. Now I'm not being all cutesy and like scooping it in and leveling it off like you're supposed to. I'm just doing 3 cups of flour. 1, 2, 3. And when I run out of flour mix, I'll teach you guys how to make that too. 4 teaspoons baking powder. 1, 2, 3. Close enough. Next is scant ½ teaspoon of xanthan gum. I was looking up some recipes and they used a little bit more when they used flaxseed meal, so I'm going to put in a tablespoon just in case. Yeah, ½ teaspoon, tablespoon, yeah, so close. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And then we mix this together. Okay. See, I had everything else out. I just totally forgot to get out mixing utensils. Oops. And just mix this together. The next thing we're going to do is AQUAFABA whip, which this week, knowing that I was going to use it, I dumped out the juice from garbanzo bean cans into this thing, and there you go, I have AQUAFABA mix. I'm going to put this over here, and this right here, and hopefully this doesn't make a gigantic mess. 1/4 cup AQUAFABA, that's bean water, or garbanzo bean juice from a can. Cream of tartar, ½ teaspoon. And then we're going to blend it together with a hand mixer till it forms a stiff peak. So I did this last week, so I'm like really excited to get through this. And this week I'm trying my hand mixer. Ooh, I don't know if it's deep enough. Holy crap, that works really well. Look at that. Stiff peaks. Ugh. Oh God. Oh, that was nasty. Whatever you do, don't try it. Now we're doing the water mix. 1½ cups water. 1 1/2 cups of water. There we go. This is the part where last week I ended up using honey and I had to microwave it, and I'm not doing that this week. We're going to pretend that this is vegan sugar. I know there's a thing about vegan sugar, but I'm not really sure exactly what it is. So if you're a vegan, you can leave that in the comments below. This will be 3 to 4 tablespoons sweetener. Let me do this. My AQUAFABA. Hold on a second. Nope, that's Drucifer's bowl. Not using it. So. 1. Oh, that's so cool. 2. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. 3. 4. We'll just stir it with a wooden spoon. Next. The yeast substitute. And it's, how much yeast? 2.5 teaspoons. So, oh, the smell. Apple cider vinegar, not my favorite. 1 teaspoon. And 1. And then stir. Oh, it's done, it's done, it's good, it's good, it's good. Oh, the smell. Sorry, I know I just coughed in the bread, but it's not like you're going to eat it anyway. You'll make your own, you can cough in your own bread. So the next thing we're doing is we're going to mix the dry and the wet mix. So we're going to mix them together. Then we add 2 teaspoons apple cider vinegar. 1, 2, and 1/4 cup canola oil. Uh-oh, here it is. Thought I lost it for a minute. It's okay, therapy's next week. And then we stir this together. Well, mix it together. Oops. Then we take the AQUAFABA whip and we add it to this and we slowly mix it together for no more than 30 seconds. Wish me luck on this part. My AQUAFABA whip seems to have gotten a little runny sitting there. We'll just hope, cross our fingers, that it turns out okay. Ready? Okay, I counted to 30, so hopefully that was 30 seconds or less. And now we have this goopy mess. That is really watery. This isn't as watery as it was last week though, so like I'm a little more hopeful. Like the first time I ever made this recipe, I made it with yeast and egg and everything. And this is about the consistency that the dough was before I put it into the pan. I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh well, we'll just keep going. So, I don't know if you're supposed to spray this thing, but we're going to. There it is. So, this is the silicone bread pan. One thing I did do differently this week is I am not preheating the oven until this is ready to sit and do whatever, because last week it got way too hot in here. Ready? Woo! So now we're going to pour this into here. Now we're going to let it sit for 20 to 30 minutes, which should be about the time that the oven is done preheating. So we'll be back as soon as that's done. Okay, I have the oven preheating to 375. And I have the bread just sitting here. Still looks watery like last time, but not as watery. This is more what I was expecting. Now we're putting the bread in the oven. Oh, that's so hot. Now it says to cook it for 50 to 60 minutes, or until the temperature in the middle comes out to like 210 to 220 degrees. I have a thermometer this time, so we're going to time it for like 60 minutes, but I'm going to check the temperature whenever it's done. It's time to peek into the oven because there's like 30 minutes left of cooking. Ooh, that looks good. Time to get the bread out. And we're going to check the temperature. Jab it in over here. I know it only says 204. Wow, that's kind of stiff. But I think I'm just going to call it done because it's coming out completely clean. So now we wait for it to cool down for 1 to 2 minutes, which is probably how long it's been sitting here. This is so cool. The bread pan, whoo, that's hot. Completely bowed out. Let me see if I can use this one to show you. If you look, you can see where it bowed out. Ooh, that is hot. And now we're going to attempt to take it out of this without burning my fingers. I have to say it looks good. Ooh, that is really hot. Oh my god, that just poured right out. I love this already. And I have to say it smells weird. Yeah, it smells pretty weird. Then we put it on its side on the cooling rack. And let it cool completely before we cut into it. That means I'm going to go to bed, and in the morning, for breakfast, I'm having bread. Okay, the coffee is brewing, and I am going to take a look at this bread. The first thing I've noticed is this is like a brick. Like, seriously. But, like, it smells okay. Okay, now we're gonna try it. So, my bread knife is dirty, so I'm just gonna use a different knife to cut. Which is this bread knife. Okay. Okay, it's a little more crumbly on the edges, but not very crumbly in the middle. Ooh, in the middle. It feels like bread. Neat. Now let's examine. That's pretty dense. It still smells pretty good though. Look! I made a piece of bread. Okay, it is a little crumbly on the edges, but the rest of it's fine. It's like, oh, Jack's gonna have a lot of bread. I should put in a disclaimer here. Again, I have not eaten bread since 2010, like wheat bread. But this tastes really good. I think I like this better than last week's. Oh, that's good. Next, I'm going to cut a piece just to see how bendy it is. Damn it, the edges keep crumbling. Let's see, ready? Here, oh. Okay, it's got a little bit of a bend to it. But if you do too much, it starts to crack. I can still see myself making a sandwich out of this. Okay, I'm just gonna eat bread today. This is definitely better. I'm gonna give this one, actually I'll do 9 out of 10. It was really good. Yay, we did it! Lesson learned today. Don't do videos in the morning when you haven't had breakfast. Easy way to clean these off real quick. Hot water, a drop of soap. Stick that in there. And then rinse. There you go, that's my cooking sheet for the week. Daisy, look at you. Aren't you being a good girl? I know what I need for the kitchen videos. Overhead lighting. Not that thing back there, because that just makes me look all angelic. I even remembered to get out the baking rack, and it's cleaned and washed. I'm so proud of myself. I still see my chin hairs. Isn't my beard beautiful? And I need to wash my ceiling. Hold on. Let's see if I can make it. Oh my god, I think I made it. It's morning time, and I haven't even made coffee. I'm really curious how the bread tastes. I maybe should drink some coffee.